Welcome to the FSAFEDS program information. My name is Katrina. Let's begin. We're going to begin with the FSAFEDS program overview. First, though, I do want to ask you a question. What health and daycare expenses are you planning for? Would you like to save additional money on those expenses? We will be discussing some ways you can save with flexible spending accounts. Let's begin with the first question. What is a flexible spending account? This is a tax-favored program offered by employers that allows their employees to pay for out-of-pocket healthcare and dependent care expenses with pre-tax dollars. These are accounts where you contribute money from your salary before taxes are withheld. This is a great way to save money on daycare and healthcare services and items for you and your family. And lastly, this is a benefit for federal employees. By law, retirees and survivor annuitants are not eligible.
Now let's discuss what are the benefits of an FSA. Well, with the FSA, you can save up to 30% by using tax-free money to cover eligible healthcare and/or dependent care expenses that you are currently paying for out of pocket. This does assume a combined tax rate of 30%, including FICA, state, and federal income taxes. Please keep in mind actual amounts may vary.
Your contributions to FSAFEDS are deducted from your salary, again, before taxes. Healthcare FSA and limited expense healthcare FSA participants can carry over up to $550 in their account from one plan year to the next, leaving you virtually no risk of losing money if you re-enroll the next year. Who is eligible for these accounts? If you are an active employee of an executive branch agency or an agency, commission, or other federal entity that has adopted the Federal Flexible Spending Account Program, known as FSAFEDS, you are most likely eligible to enroll for at least one of our FSAs, which include, first, the Healthcare FSA. You must be federal employees health benefits eligible, but do not have to be enrolled in an FEHB plan. The next account is the Dependent Care FSA. You cannot be an intermittent or when actually employed employee who is expected to work less than 6 months in a calendar year. And lastly, there is the Limited Expense FSA. This is for those employees who have an HSA qualified high deductible health plan. What type of FSAFEDS account do I need? The types of products or services that are FSA eligible actually depend on the type of FSA you have. You just choose the FSAs that are right for you and your family. This could be the Healthcare FSA. It covers eligible medical, dental, and vision expenses that are not paid or reimbursed by your health, dental, or vision care plan. This could also be the Limited Expense Healthcare FSA, or LEX HCFSA. This account is compatible with a health savings account and reimburses eligible dental and vision expenses. And lastly, the Dependent Care FSA. This is for eligible childcare or adult dependent care expenses that are necessary to allow you or your spouse to work, attend school full-time, or look for work. How does the FSAFEDS program work? Well, first, you begin by deciding how much to contribute to your account by estimating your out-of-pocket medical, dental, and vision expenses for the following year. From there, you enroll in a healthcare, limited expense healthcare, or dependent care FSA. Once enrolled, you incur eligible expenses during the plan year, and you submit your claims online or through the FSAFEDS app. You can also fax or mail or select paperless reimbursement and have claims automatically sent to us from your FEHB and/or FedVIP carrier. Then, from there, reimbursements are made via electronic funds transfer to a designated checking or savings account. How do I receive reimbursement? For Healthcare FSA and LEX HCFSA, If you are enrolled in an FEHB and/or FEDVIP plan that automatically sends eligible medical, dental, and vision expenses to FSAFEDS, you have the option of choosing how to be reimbursed for these claims. This could be through auto reimbursement. This is automatically being reimbursed for eligible out-of-pocket HCFSA expenses based on the claim information received from your plan. Or you could choose pick and process. Claims received from participating FEHB or FEDVIP plans are loaded into your account. From there, you simply select which expenses you want processed for reimbursement and when to process them. Keep in mind, you can always submit your eligible out-of-pocket HCFSA, LEX HCFSA, or dependent care FSA expenses online through the FSAFEDS app, fax, or by mail.
Now let's discuss the FSAFEDS eligible expenses. I want you to take a moment and think about the upcoming healthcare or dependent care expenses that you may have for the upcoming year. When thinking about that, let's discuss which accounts you might consider. If you have thought, I'd like to save money on my healthcare expenses, the healthcare FSA may be for you. If you have a child under 13 years old, or if you care for an adult dependent, the dependent care FSA may be for you. If you are or will be enrolled or covered by a high deductible health plan with a health savings account, the limited expense healthcare FSA may be for you. With the healthcare FSA, you do have contribution limits that do go along with it. Let's discuss your 2021 contribution limits. You have a minimum election of $100 and a maximum election of $2,750. There you can see the tax savings is up to $825 a year, assuming a combined tax rate of 30%, including FICA, state, and federal income taxes. Please remember your actual amounts may vary. Some typical healthcare FSA expenses are your copays and deductibles, over-the-counter medicines such as ibuprofen, cough medicines, and aspirin no longer require a prescription. This is amazing, and it is a new thing that has come out with the CARES Act in March of 2020. Another addition is the menstrual care products. You can now purchase these items using your healthcare FSA. You can continue to use your healthcare FSA for those doctor's visits, surgeries, physical therapy, prescription drugs, dental cleanings, and braces. Next, we are going to discuss the limited expense healthcare FSA. Your 2021 contribution limits are, you have a minimum election of $100 and a maximum election of $2,750. Again, you can see a potential tax savings of $825 a year, assuming a combined tax rate of 30%, including FICA, state, and federal income taxes, remembering that your actual amounts may vary. Now we want to discuss some typical LEX HCFSA expenses. These are going to be items such as dental checkups, crowns, orthodontia, vision exams, dental cleanings and x-rays, braces, corrective vision surgery, eyeglasses, and even prescription sunglasses. Lastly, we will touch on the dependent care FSA. For 2021, your contribution limits are a minimum election of $100 and a maximum election of $5,000 per household, or $2,500 if you are married and filing separately. Here you can see a potential tax savings of $1,500 a year, again assuming a combined tax rate of 30%, including FICA, state, and federal income taxes. Actual amounts may vary. Some typical dependent care FSA expenses are as follows. This could be care for children under age 13, such as private sitters, preschool, a nanny or au pair, before and after school care, summer day camp, and even care for your adult disabled child or relative who is physically or mentally incapable of self-care and lives in your home. Now we want to go over some important dates and information. You may now be asking, when can I enroll in FSAFEDS? Well, keep in mind the timing of your enrollment depends on your situation. If you are an active federal employee, you can enroll during open season. Please keep in mind you must re-enroll each year. New employees may enroll up to 60 days from their hire date, but before October 1st, or else they will have to wait for open season. Employees experiencing a qualifying life event like marriage or the birth of a baby have 30 days before and 60 days after the date of the event to enroll in the FSAFEDS program. This must be done before October 1st, or you may wait for open season. Some FSAFEDS important information is as follows. Please know you must enroll each open season to participate in the following benefit period. Your FSAFEDS benefit period for the Healthcare FSA and Limited Expense Healthcare is January 1st to December 31st of the current year. However, you can carry over up to $550 in your account from one plan year to the next if you re-enroll. Your FSAFEDS benefit period for the Dependent Care FSA is January 1st to March 15th of the following year. This allows you 14.5 months to incur eligible expenses, but please know it has no carryover. And lastly, all claims must be filed by April 30th. Let's touch on some important dates and their milestones. November 9th to December 14th of 2020 is your federal benefits open season for 2021 enrollments. January 1st of 2021 is when your 2021 benefit period begins. December 31st of 2020 is the last day to incur expenses using your 2020 HCFSA or LEX HCFSA. March 15th of 2021 is the last day to incur expenses using your 2020 DCFSA. April 30th of 2021 is the last day to submit all claims for the 2020 benefit period. September 30th of 2021 is the last day to submit a qualifying life event for changes that result in an increase or decrease of your annual election. And keep in mind, within 60 days from the date of hire prior to October 1st is the last day to enroll as a new hire. Now we want to leave you with some important contact information as we've gone through a lot of information today. We now want to leave you with your FSAFEDS contact information. Employees can access the website www.fsafeds.com for additional information on the program. Benefits counselors are available to you Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, excluding holidays, to answer any questions you may have. You can contact them at the following numbers: 1-877-FSA-FEDS or 1-877-372-3337. TTY is 1-866-353-8058. That concludes our presentation for today. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about your FSAFEDS program.